Hello everyone and welcome back to Lakeside. And been quite an eventful week this week with one thing and the other, but the important thing is we've now got 4 tracks almost going across the bridge, so let's go and have a look. Hello and welcome back. As you can see, we've got the 4 tracks now coming across the bridge. I've relayed the curves up here, and if you remember, they went across here. You can just about make out the old glue line. So I've now taken that track up and relayed it so that it now goes over the second part of the viaduct, and I've got down as far as here because I've got to stop there so that I can take up those 2 tracks and do the same as what I've done up the other end here. And the track came up very well, no problems with that. Just added a bit of water to the track and let it soak in for a quarter of an hour, and then it just peeled up absolutely no problem. I haven't bought any track. This is all from the previous layout where I had the suspension bridge, so I'm just reusing that track and it's absolutely fine. I cleared all the ballast out from it and across the old suspension bridge. So now what I did during the week was to go out and buy a one-piece of MDF, a one-piece of MDF, so that there are absolutely 0 joins in the lake bed. And if you look just here, I've screwed, glued and caulked a perimeter box, if you like, all the way round to here, and that is really a safeguard, a holding area for any of the resin which I'll be pouring for the lake. So if you imagine the excuse my dirty fingers, if you imagine the embankment coming down, the embankment will come down this side of that piece of wood there, so that if any liquid seeps underneath, then it's got to go higher than that piece of wood to go over. If I go higher than that piece of wood, then there's something drastically wrong. So that's really just a holding area so that I don't get any resin seeping out and going onto the floor. So that's that bit. Obviously the viaduct is reasonably complete apart from the water to go in, or the fake water, plus obviously the canal to build. But that's all for the next phase. But first of all, I wanted to get this done so that I could then establish how much room I've got at either end, this end and the other end, because what I want to do is I want to put in a holding area excuse me, a holding area here for any narrow boats to moor up, either here waiting to go through the lock, and the same at the other end. So if there is a narrowboat crossing the viaduct, because there's only space for one, then they can hold up just here before moving out and going across. And I'll show you what I mean on the photograph. That's the idea, is to have that at either end, and obviously a tow path, etc, etc, going along. As regards the bridge, so what I did was that I bought a few more kits. I had some left over, so I bought a few more kits and I made up a duplicate 2-lane bridge, the same as this one, to go alongside it, and that's now glued. Oh, that's now glued up against this one, so that's all firm in position. But at the moment I can, if I want, break it to take this out, but there is no, well, I'll say break the track. But to be honest with you, I can't foresee that happening. But it's not glued down to the MDF base, that's what I'm trying to say. There's no need, because by the time the resin gets poured in, then that will hold it into position anyway. It's not going anywhere, that's as solid as a rock. So I've laid down some ballast, laid the track and laid some ballast down, ready for me to glue. I've got to go over and tidy it yet, it's not done completely. I've still got to tidy this up, but the main ballast is down for me to tidy up. Like here, I've just got to go along that edge and neaten that edge up. So we're getting there, we're certainly getting there. So the next job for me to do is to take those two bits of track up and relay them, and then they can come and join this section of track, and then that will give me my complete loops again, so I'll be able to run trains again. So that really is about it. So obviously no work on the canal at all yet, but that's going to be coming along as soon as I've finished the 4 tracks, and that's weathering the track and the ballast so that it's all complete. I haven't got to worry about that then, and then I can concentrate on the canal. And again, over there you can see that by the time the tracks move over, I will have a fair bit of room to put in a holding bay for canal boats to moor up before they cross the aqueduct. And if I've said viaduct before, I apologise. Obviously it's an aqueduct, not a viaduct. That's the viaduct there. So that's it. Not much, I know, but I just thought I'd give you a quick update as to what's going on. Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. Very pleased with it. If I stand back, then you will see that I've still got a huge amount of room left on the lake. I know that the embankments are going to take up a little piece of room, but not a huge amount. I will be doing something with the back scene here, because what I would like to do is to show the water from the lake. And when I say water, obviously I mean fake water. I would like to see the water going through, or appearing to go through, and disappearing in the background. And I may have to do that myself as regards a back scene. I can do the graphics for it, and I just need to go and get it printed, which I think ID back scenes, I think they actually do that if you supply the image. I'm sure I've seen that. So if they do, then great. If not, I'll go to my old printer, which I'm sure he'll be able to print out for me on a roll, and then I can pop that up behind the aqueduct, and then just put a scenic break here of something, a building, a pub or whatever, and likewise over at that end where I do the join for the back scene. I think that's about it for now. Okay, so just a very, very quick update, but I thought I'd do this just so that you've got an idea of what I've been up to. It's taken a long time to get to this stage, purely because of the amount of work involved in getting to this stage. It's all the stuff which you don't see when it's all done, unfortunately. But there's lots of building and kit work going on to get to this stage. So there's that over there which has been built, plus there's bridge 2, and that's without the new lake bed. That's on a brand new subframe. I've built a new subframe for it to be mounted on, so again that is nice and sturdy. I've got cross members going underneath to support it, so there won't be any sagging. I've got 2 legs under, well, it's a total of 4 legs. One there, and there's 2 underneath at the back, all on adjustable legs, feet, to get the height correct, exactly the same as what I've been doing for the whole layout really. I think that's it. So I'm pretty well prepared now for the lake itself. Just a few more bits and pieces to do, and then we're ready to go to start building the canal, which I'm really looking forward to. And might be a little bit of a surprise in there, which I'm not saying yet, but there might be, put it that way. Might not, might be. There you go. Right, so I must get on, so I shall leave it there, and hopefully you can see what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so stay safe obviously, and it's going to be a long month, isn't it, this month in this lockdown too, but hopefully we've all got something to occupy ourselves, and as long as we stay safe, then that's the main thing. Okay, so bye for now everyone, and I'll speak to you again soon. Okay, so bye for now. Bye.